All right, we are live. Welcome, everyone. So, I know I say this a lot, but I'm really going to be trying to take these streams and also my videos I make on my channel a lot more seriously. So, with you may have noticed I got on the charts right at 9:15 Eastern, which is exactly when I'm supposed to. And I'm not going to start streaming before then. I'm not going to start streaming after. I'm going to start streaming every day right at 9:15, and then we're gonna go every day. We're gonna keep the stream going until 11:10, and that's just going to be just standard from now on, because I want to treat this like a professional. I want to really like be a professional to you guys. I don't want to just pop on the charts randomly. My live trading window where I'm going to be allowed to trade is going to be from 9:30 Eastern to 11:10 Eastern. So anywhere from after market open to the end of that second macro. So yeah, and you may have noticed that I have this chart looking a little different now. And I really like this because it was always such a pain to have to look for SMTs all the time, and have to switch between charts. But now I can move this, and you can see it moves all of them at once. And so I really like this, and I think I'm going to keep this because I think this is more than enough room to do some chart watching and figure out what's going on. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to be taking any trades until after market open, so that's around 9:30, and then I'll go into the charts and possibly take some trades from 9:30 on. But yeah, guys, I'm really trying to treat this differently now. So we did just sweep both of these previous hours lows. So if I mark these out, right? If I mark out these higher time frame candles real quick, look at this. We have both of these were previous hours lows here. So previous hour low swept, previous hours low swept. So I'm just watching and waiting. I should probably briefly cover the higher time frame. So I'll show what my thoughts are for that. Now, as always, do your own higher time frame analysis. I'm wrong all the time. So this is kind of what I'm thinking so far for my higher time frame view. Now, I could expect some manipulation right at market open, as always. But in general, I think we will draw back up at least towards these highs here. We have this 4-hour for value gap. We swept out previous day's low, rebalanced the discount. I think we'll at least go to this. And we have this just way higher time frame SMT. So we'll just have to see. At the very least, I think we'll run this. But to be determined, right? So now we swept out both these previous hours lows. I'm probably gonna get this inversion, but it's in the pre-market still, so I'm not gonna take it because I'm just trying to not take pre-market setups. So, but we will mark it out. Maybe we'll take it on demo. But like I said, I'm just trying to go into the markets very, very thoughtful from now on. So no more just jumping on random trades. We gotta really be thoughtful. So I'm really trying to treat this like a professional. So yeah, we swept out both of these previous hours lows. Let's go ahead and take this on demo. Whoops. This is going to be on demo if we get it. Actually, let's not even take it on demo. I don't want to take trades on demo that I probably wouldn't even take. It's just not worth it for me. So we're not going to take that on demo. I got to work on not taking trades on demo that I really wouldn't take. Like, I wouldn't take this because I don't know, it's just not obvious to me that we're going to run liquidity yet. So, and if anything, kind of looks like a kind of looks like a 2022 where you get a sweep, break of structure for value gap. So yeah, market open might take us down to these lows. Anyway, we're just going to be watching and waiting. We'll just have to see what happens. So, yeah. No live trades yet until way later. So this is a good tape read for 2022 where we sweep out this high. We get like a break of structure. And we get SMT. High, higher high, or no, high, lower high. High, lower high. They're all lower highs. So yeah, I'm just gonna be watching. Like I said, I think maybe we could come here, but we could also get some manipulation on market open. Market might want to dig deeper into this 1 hour gap here. It's possible. Still got 7 minutes before we could even consider taking a trade according to my new rules, so I'm trying to stick now to taking trades on the 3 minute and the 5 minute. Kind of feels like this is more like this is kind of like a consolidation right now, so nothing really seems super obvious. We could mark out London and Asia, maybe. Actually, let's just mark out London. I need to plug my laptop in. How is it not plugged in? Oh. Okay, there we go. Fixed it. And then when it is time to trade, what I'll do is I'll bring you over to this screen and then I'll show the trade. So, yep. I mean, this right now it looks like we're generating liquidity. I wouldn't be surprised if we come up here and make more liquidity and then manipulate down on market open and then we run it at 10 a.m. That's honestly what I could see happening. So yeah. And then more LRLR here. So maybe we drop down into this. Let's measure out the higher time frame range here. From here to here, yeah. Look at how discount is. Oh, maybe we did tap discount of that. Let's just mark it out. We might need to purge sell side one more time. Market open in 2 minutes. I don't think the market's ready to go run liquidity yet. I think this is just going to generate more liquidity and then we're going to manipulate. Okay, market open in 1 minute. To be honest, I think this is still generating liquidity. I think it just dumps. That's just my guess. I don't know. Could be wrong, but usually we don't go run liquidity till 10 a.m. So, actually, you know what? Maybe we will run liquidity. Okay, I guess I was wrong. Yeah, I mean this honestly, this was a good inverse for value gap. That actually makes a lot of sense. So guys, this would have been a good trade to maybe take on demo. So we're just gonna note it. We sweep out both these previous hours lows here. And so, yeah, we sweep both of these out and then we inverse this. Boom. Yeah, this would have been a nice trade actually. we'll keep getting better at spotting them. But yeah, I'm not trading pre-market right now, so. So we might be going for this right now. It's possible. But, man, we'll see. I'm also seeing this as possibly like accumulation, manipulation, distribution, due to swing back down to discount. But yeah, we did get this giant SMT with the S&P. I don't know if I said that, but we got this giant SMT right with this low. And now zooming into the lower time frame. Yeah, we haven't got SMT here yet. We have really good liquidity here. And I mean, we did basically fill this 4-hour gap. So let's just mark this out here. So yeah, here you can see this. We actually swept previous day's low. Right here. This was previous day's low. So maybe this is the Judas swing. But the thing is, I was anticipating to be bullish today, so I don't know. So we'll inverse this, probably, and then we'll probably go run that. Yeah, because we got S&T, we swept previous day's low. There's previous day's low, S&T. So maybe I'll just take this as like a 1-to-1. I'll consider it. So SMT, previous day's low swept. I'm considering it. But the more we push higher, the more I'm like, it's probably too, it's not gonna work out. Okay, so there we go. We're arriving at London. Alright, so now it's becoming more clear that this buy model that I framed earlier could be possibly playing out, right? Where I said, we could get push up into this and then this. But we're just going to have to see, right? We're going to have to see if we get the 1 hour change of state delivery. It looks like we might. It actually really does look like we might. So, we're about to inverse this gap here on the hourly. This one. And then you can see this right here, over here. This was inducement right here. That little wick down, that was inducement. What I've been noticing is anything on the right-hand side of the curve is inducement. Anything on the left-hand side of the curve is either an external liquidity sweep or an internal liquidity sweep. That's what I'm realizing, right? So there we go. We're running that LRLR. We're getting really good displacement. We still have this really nice SMT. Oh, let's check if we have a lower time frame SMT. Almost forgot to check. Low, lower low, low, higher low. No SMT. So we did just run that trendline liquidity that I was talking about a while ago. So that has been taken. No point in having that marked out anymore. All right. Yeah, see, I didn't see any opportunity, so it's okay. Like, I didn't see any opportunity. There's not anything I can really do about that. But I did see that coming, right? So this was a 4 hour for value gap. Clearly, we've now gotten a 15-minute change of state of delivery. So we're going to measure out our standard deviations. I mean, at this point, it's pretty obvious displacement. So we're going to mark out our second standard deviation, our third standard deviation, and our fourth. Now I'm keeping an open mind because maybe this is the Judas swing, but with this giant SMT, I feel like, and with the higher time frame being bullish, I could see us just running through all this. Oh, what's up, Etsy? Sorry, I didn't see you. So I got this new setup now where I can look at both my... I can look at the S&P, YM, and NQ at the same time. It's kind of annoying because my mouse is broken. So if I mess up, like, even just a little bit, if I accidentally hit it the wrong way, then it disconnects. So I gotta get a new mouse. Okay, so like I said, this is kind of cool. Look at this, Etsy. I framed this model like earlier this morning. This was part of my higher time frame analysis I did this morning. I said at the very least we're probably gonna go run that LRLR here, and you can see we did that. So now I'm more on the fence, but I still think I'm leaning towards this being a buy model because we have the S&T, and we're probably gonna get the 1 hour change of state of delivery, and as well I think we already got the 15-minute. So I'm leaning towards it being a buy model, but I'm definitely, yeah. We'll just have to see. So that's why I have these standard deviations measured. Now, if we inverse this hourly fair value gap, I'd consider taking it 1-to-1. Or might just be safer to just try and find something on the lower time frame. So I really do think that we're distributing now. Yo, FA, what's up, bro? So I framed this model actually this morning. Why trading no news Monday? Market's moving. I don't know. I go off of how price action moves, not based off of news. But we did just run this LRLR here. And I said we were probably going to go run this. So, but also I'm just trying to hop on the charts every single day. I'm trying to be completely, I'm just trying to show up every day. I'm not trying to overcomplicate it. I'm just showing up every day and observing, and if I see something I like, then I'll take it. I think if I start trying to predict what days are going to be good and bad, it just gets confusing. So, but yeah, I did say that we're probably going to have this be a buy model, which is kind of cool. I marked this out. So, very, very cool. But the trade that you could have taken was in pre-market, and that was this 3-minute inversion, but I didn't take it because I'm trying not to take pre-market. But this was nice because we swept out both of these lows, which were previous hour's lows, and then we get this inversion right here. And with this inversion, you could go target this trendline liquidity, and you could see how perfectly this works out. And I definitely, you can go watch a stream back. I was definitely considering something like this, but I really didn't want to trade pre-market. Maybe I should allow myself to trade pre-market, just only the first 15 minutes before pre-market. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out what works for me. But for sure, I'm not going to get on the charts until 9:15. And then right now, my rule is I'm not taking any trades till 9:30. So. And yeah, if there's no trades for me today, then that's fine. So here we got a nice manipulation leg. It was a 15-minute order block. So that's this down close candle. So let's align that with the 1 minute. So 4th standard deviations right here. I bet you were drawing here, right? Because we had a 15-minute order block we pushed into. 15-minute order block right here. And then a 1 minute change state delivery here. But I don't really know how you would have entered that, because by the time 1 minute change state delivery happens, it's all the way up here. But yeah, 15-minute order block, and then 1 minute CISD. So standard deviations of that. So I bet we're drawing up here. So this is probably going to be the exact high. There's nothing obvious right now. And so, yeah. That's just, it is what it is. Like, if there's nothing obvious, I'm not going to do anything. But we did get our 15-minute change. You know what? You could have taken this as a flow state. Because what is this? 4 hour for value gap, and then this is 15-minute change state delivery. So you could definitely take, like, for instance, this could be like, if you want to take this as a flow state close. But I'm not taking flow state right now. But I am saying, like, you enter on the close, and then you just target. Probably just target the end of this here. But once again, I'm not taking flow state right now. I'm trying to stick to inverse value gaps. But you can see how good this displacement is. That's why I would have conviction that we're going to go run through this consolidation. But this is very obvious that it's a buy model on the 4 hour and 15-minute to me. But yeah, seems like it's a pretty good flow state. But on days like today, you have to focus on capital preservation, because if you can't preserve capital and you force a trade, then you're gonna lose in the long run, right? So that's what I'm focusing on right now. But I did like this 3-minute inversion. So now there's kind of like these different thoughts I have, like maybe the rule I have where maybe I should allow myself to take a trade starting at 9:15, right? Because this 3-minute inversion was fantastic, and I could have taken it if I allowed myself to trade up to 15 minutes before. I think that's what Dodgy does. And then the other thing I'm thinking is, like, this seems like a pretty good flow state. We have SMT, 4 hour for value gap, sweep of previous day's low, internal, and then also now inducement. So I think this is a really good flow state, 4 hour with the 15. But once again, I'm I'm wondering, like, should I not be trading flow state? Probably not. I'm trying to stick to inverse for value gap, so I'm not going to take it. But it's something I'm going to be thinking about for the future. Like, in the future, should I allow myself to take a flow state like this? Anyway, I don't know. Just getting better every single day. But right now, I do want to stick to inverse for value gaps. Okay. How about this? Oh, that was perfect. Kind of. Yeah, see, this is how you know that you're in line with the algo. Because when I measure this out and it lines up perfectly, I know, okay, this was obviously a 15-minute, 1-minute buy model. This was obvious because it went right to the 4th standard deviation perfectly. So obviously I'm in line right now. Yeah, I don't know what to say about getting no trade. I'm not going to force anything, so. There's nothing I like right now. Besides that flow state. I like the flow state, but I'm not taking flow state right now. Oh, you know what? A lot of the time on days like today, these 5-minute fair value gaps pair really well with 30-second change state deliveries. So this 5-minute fair value gap, if you pair it with a 30-second change state delivery, they do really well. But I'm not going to take this, but I might take it on demo. Yeah, you got a 5-minute fair value gap. Yeah, I'll probably take this on demo. Unless there's an inverse for value gap, then maybe I'll take a trade, but. I want to see us push into this 5-minute gap. We might not. Okay, we're generating liquidity now. We might need to rebalance this. Maybe we'll rebalance to this. Nothing obvious though. Okay, if we get this 30-second CISD, I'm gonna take this as a flow state. Okay. Oh no, where are the buttons? Probably won't take that unless it's more obvious than that. This would be on paper right now, so. In total, I've gotten 3,600, I think. It's either 5 or 6, but I know it's 3,600. But I haven't gotten a payout in a while. But once I can start getting the next payouts, then hopefully all the accounts can start banking. That would be the ideal scenario, right? If I can just get back up there, then all the accounts can start banking. So we're generating more liquidity. So we might actually get something later on. I'd be interested in maybe if we got something in the Hydra macro. So like 10, 20 to... Yeah, if I could just get them to, like, once I can get... I'm just trying... That's why I'm trying so hard not to take stupid trades. It's easier said than done, though. But if I can just stop taking the stupid trades, I'm there. And then I can get all the accounts to get payouts, and then I can, get out the basement. Alright, well, I don't really care if we get this. This isn't the most obvious in the world. I don't care. So I'd rather see us... I don't know. It just kind of seems like choppy to me. It's not anything obvious, so we're just going to keep watching. Plus, we hit this max extension, right? And we're getting a bearish SMT. Bearish SMT with this at the max extension. I love having these here now. That was a smart idea. So here we have this initial consolidation. It's possible we want to draw back into this, which would be also rebalancing this. Maybe. I don't know. Just speculating. Then again, I'm not trying to predict the next dump because market's bullish in general. So yeah, there you go. So it's because we inverse the 1 hour. I actually could have taken this 1 hour, but it's not super obvious that it inversed. But it did. I could have taken that. Yeah, I could have taken this. I need to remember to look at that. But hey, it's better than taking a loss right now. So plus, it's like it always could be more obvious, and I don't think the RR is like insanely good. So. This is the boring part of trading, and I have to just not do something stupid. That's a secret. Oh my gosh, Dodgy, I bet you Dodgy took that. Yup, Dodgy took the 3-minute IFG. So I think maybe the lesson to take away from this is I should allow myself to trade those first 15 minutes if it's light bulb, right? The first 15 minutes before market opens, if it's light bulb, then sure, right? I'll allow myself, but I should really ideally try not to. I should try to wait. I should really try to wait until 10 a.m. Whatever. I don't care. It's fine. But that was a good trade. Dodgy took it. Everyone took it. It's fine. I can't get upset about trades I didn't take. It's fine. But I'm gonna change my rules so I can now take. I'll be able to take trades 15 minutes before market open. I think that's fair because like clearly this was like really really good, and it was like 6 minutes before market open. So really, oh boy, it's going to be interesting. That's crazy. I don't think I'm gonna get anything. Which sucks, but it's better than a loss. I would have liked to take the 3-minute inversion right here, but I wasn't supposed to take it because it was. See, I keep making these rules for myself, and I'm like, in hindsight, I'm like, maybe that rule is dumb. Like, I know I'm trying to follow all my rules, but then if I make a dumb rule like that, like, then I miss out on a good trade. Like, this was really good. There's some kind of balance between, like, you want to make rules for yourself, but you don't want to overly choke yourself so you can't have the freedom to take something. Because this was really good, and I would have liked to take this. So, I don't know. You can't win sometimes. But yeah, I'm gonna probably just be doing nothing for the next hour, so that's what it is. I want to be profitable, so I'll do what I have to do. I mean, it's literally like a job. Like I need to sit here like I'm clocked into a job and just watch. And it sucks to just be bored and stuff, but I would rather be profitable. I really would have liked this. So I'm gonna go ahead and allow myself. I'm gonna put in my rules. I'm gonna allow myself to trade up to 15 minutes before market open, but it needs to be light bulb. 1, 2. I need to really try not to really try to wait at least till after market open and then towards 10 a.m. So that's what I'm gonna put in my rules, and I'm gonna change that. So lesson learned today. That's a good thing. Anytime we can learn a lesson like that, that's a good thing. But yeah, like I said in my initial pre-market analysis, I did see us drawing up to this consolidation. Called this out, the entire model, before in my whatever it's called. So I called the entire model out in my, what do you call it, journal. So yeah, whatever. One day, man, one day I'll be able to catch these moves, but I'm still just trying to get better. The key is not taking losses. Like, seriously, if I can just not take a loss today, that's a huge win. So, I hate taking losses. Yeah, I don't regret not taking this 1 hour. It's just not, like, sure, it's a 1 hour inversion. It's probably gonna work, but I just, it's not the most sound trade I've ever seen. I don't regret not taking it. It's fine. But I do wish I took this 3-minute. I like this 3-minute a lot, especially because it's in the context of this higher time frame idea. And there's nothing I can do about that besides adjust my rules and then prepare for next time. There's nothing else I can do. Because I followed my rules. I didn't let myself trade the pre-market, and now I'm going to adjust my rules, and I'm going to say, okay, now I'm going to allow myself to, if it's light bulb, to trade up to 15 minutes before, but it needs to be as light bulb as possible, right? Man, could you imagine? Because I knew this was a buy model, so theoretically, I could have taken this 3-minute inversion, and then, yeah, I knew this was a buy model. And when you have low resistance liquidity like this, dude, it's like, this is just like the bottom of the rocket ship a lot of the time. Because the LRLR allows for this giant stop run into, like, the stratosphere. So, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is, if you ever see the inverse value gap run through the LRLR, a lot of time it could just be the very beginning of the higher time frame move. And you can see that's what happened. But yeah, like I said, like, I knew this was a buy model. So theoretically, in a perfect world, I definitely could have taken this. Which is just, you know, it's cool that I could have taken it, but I wish I could have taken it, like, right now. But you know what? Discipline's everything right now. And I just got to be focusing on being profitable and not forcing trades. And it sucks that I missed it, but now I'm going to reflect, adjust my rules, and then we're going to know for next time. And actually, let's go ahead and do that right now. Let's add that to my rulebook right now. And it doesn't even have to be super professional. I can edit it later, but let's go ahead and change that. So right now my rulebook's kind of messy because I'm adjusting a ton of stuff. Yeah, there's just still nothing. And the annoying thing is now, like, we just don't have that good liquidity like we used to. Well, actually, we still have this pretty big consolidation. So this is a pretty decent liquidity pool right here. Yeah, man, I'm gonna try and make the videos every day. I'm gonna actually try and make them. I know I've said that like 3 times now, but you know how this stream has been different. I got on the charts right at 9:15 Eastern, and I plan on not ending it until 11:10 Eastern, and I'm gonna do that every day because that's what a professional would do. You know, a professional would get on the charts every single day at the same time, not just randomly show up. So, I right now I live in Idaho. I would like to be on my own and live somewhere else, but you know what? I can't do that until I start making money from trading or make enough money working. It's just I can't move yet, so there's nothing I can do. I like this liquidity pool. Dude, Etsy, you are the best, man. You're really the best. Yeah, I'm gonna keep grinding. I'm like I know I can. You saw me frame this whole model this morning, right? Like I had this entire model framed this morning. I said this is probably a 4-hour, 15-minute model. Even before we had to change the state of delivery, I was saying this was probably gonna be a buy model. And then we get the buy model. And then we get this 3-minute inversion, which I knew was lipo, but I couldn't take it because it was in the pre-market. And so now I just adjusted my rules so I could take it next time. But it's stuff like this that's like, this is why I'm never going to give up. Because I called the entire model. I knew exactly where the entry would be. So why can't I do it? Exactly, I can. I know I can. So that's why I'm never going to give up. Because I know that I have the capability to call these markets. I literally called the entire buy model. I called the exact place you would enter. So anyone who says otherwise is just wrong because I definitely, like, I just called everything that was going to happen. And so that's why I'm never going to give up. Like, I'm literally never going to give up. I don't care how long it takes. I don't care if I'm working on it my whole entire life. I'm never going to give up on trading because it is so obvious to me that it's just an algorithm. It's just so obvious. Man, yeah, you're the best, Etsy. I do think we're drawing up to this. Nothing incredible here because we're already so far in premium, it's just hard to justify anything in here. I personally would have liked, if I was to take anything, it would have to retrace probably at least back to discount of something. Probably want to at least trace the discount of some kind of range, and then I would want to see us move higher. So I'm not a big fan of anything until that happens. I don't want to force anything. So it looks like we're probably not going to get any trades today, if I'm being completely real. And you know what? That just means we're getting better, because on a day like today before, like, I'd probably take a loss. I'd almost certainly take a loss because I would force something. So if I can just not take a loss today, that puts me one step ahead. And that's a big deal. Yeah, I really did like this. It's unfortunate that we're not getting anything, but it's cool that we were able to call out the entire model and stuff. But yeah, what I'm realizing is anything on the left-hand side of the curve is, yeah, dude, I'm never gonna give up, man. But yeah, what I've been noticing is anything on the left-hand side of the curve is like either external or internal sweep. But then once it gets onto the right-hand side of the curve, it's like that's the inducements. So that's what I'm realizing. So anything over here is just like your regular external sweep, your internal sweep. And these are the inducements on the right-hand side of the curve. So all of these, even this is an inducement. So that's just like I just noticed small things like that, and I just like, keep getting better. Man, could you imagine if you took this? Could you imagine if you just left a runner? Dude, I'd probably be able to request payouts on all my accounts. No, I definitely would if I left a runner. Could you imagine? Because I would have taken all off here, but then I would definitely consider leaving a runner. So like this would be 3 contracts for me. So 3 contracts, take 2 off there, trail stop to here, and then leave a runner. I would have gotten payouts on. I'd be getting payouts on all my accounts if I hit this, right? If I hit this trade, which I know I could have, I'd be getting payouts on all my accounts right now, which is crazy because I have 13. So I would be getting like this. If I had hit this trade, this would have been. I could have made like a couple $1,000s. It's just a matter of time, man. It's just a matter of time. But yeah, like I said, the way I would have framed this is I'd go probably break even here. So break even. So break even here. Take profit at the end of the LR. And then I would take profit 2. So that just means 2 contracts. And then I'd leave a runner. And I would trail 1. Ooh, I know how I should do this. I'm gonna put how many contracts I buy. Yeah, that's a smart way to do it, actually. IFEG, and then in brackets, 3 contracts. Take profit 2. This is a pretty smart way to mark this out, actually. Trail 1. So 1 trailed right here, and then runner. Runner. Let's screenshot this. Okay, I'm gonna put this in whatever folder. This was 3-minute inverse value gap at 9:24. So the way I do this is I mark out 9:24. So I have folders for every single day I backtest. But the way that I notate it, this is kind of cool. I do 9:24 IFEG 3-minute, and then no, that's all I do. 9:24 IFEG 3-minute, and then I need to make a folder for today. Now, we should always be watching in case we do get something. I'm not interested in a short. I'm not interested in a long, though. So we're just really just basically like, probably not, we're aware we're probably not going to get anything, but, you know, we're always keeping an eye on the chart. And, yeah. 25 Monday. Oh, no, 519. And then what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to make in my Discord, you may have noticed it already, but what I'm going to start doing is I'm going to do a area for I have an area right here where I'm going to put all of the trade opportunities that you could have taken. I'm only going to mark inverse for value gaps. And then I'm going to have in order like every single time. I might include flow states, but I don't know. I'm still deciding that. And so anyway, I'm just going to go like in order of all the possible setups you could have taken in the day. And I think that's going to be really helpful for a lot of people, especially me. Like, I don't know. I already backtest all the setups like you could possibly take in a day. So I might as well post them in the Discord so everyone can see them, because I think that would be beneficial for everyone. So one possibility, if we were to get anything, so this is our draw on liquidity now. I'm going to mark out that we have this new day opening gap. Because if we bottom here, then that's another confluence. And so what I would like to see if we were to get anything at this point is I would like to see us draw up to this liquidity pool here. And this would be my take profit. And I would basically want to see an SMT. I would really ideally want to see an SMT because and also since we have a fair value gap I honestly kind of want to see us tap this, but I don't know if we would. Oh, we might. Let's mark out both for value gaps. This one and this one. And let's hop down to the 1 minute. So, any SMTs? Probably want to see SMT with this low. We have some good generated liquidity now. So here we have a fair value gap. I think let's see us go down and tap into. It just depends. Whichever one. Honestly, once we form an SMT, I think that would be the sweet spot once we get the SMT, right? So we are tapping into this new day opening gap. So we have SMT with YM with this low. I want to see S&P with this low right here. And then yeah, I'd probably target this. I want to also see us rebalance the discount of this if we haven't already. Okay, I want to see us rebalance the discount of this. So we just did. So there's that lower fair value gap. So there's the 5-minute fair value gap. Discount rebalanced. Do we have SMT? Where's SMT? I feel like there's got to be an SMT somewhere. But honestly, we might be a little early. The market might not be ready yet to go run liquidity. It might not be until 11. So let's just do nothing. Let's just do nothing. I think the market might want to go like and then run it later. That's honestly probably what's gonna happen because I don't see SMT yet. Oh, actually, I lied. There's SMT with this low with YM. Okay. So we tapped discount. We got a sweep of external liquidity. And we also tapped. We're tapping this new week opening gap, which is also a new day opening gap. Let's go see if we can find it. Yeah, look at this. So delivering from a new day opening gap. Nice additional confluence here. Oh, I need to get rid of the old ones. Oh man, I'm not sure if it might not be ready to run liquidity yet. Like we might need to go create a failure swing first. We might need to go like boop, boop. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like we haven't generated liquidity yet. Like I want to see us generate and then maybe we'll get something. So I'm probably just going to be patient. We're probably going to have to generate some liquidity first and then maybe around 11, right? Maybe we come down, do something like this, and then we get inversion like at around 11 with SMT like this. So yeah, I'm not going to take, even if we get this inversion, I'm not going to take it because I just know these markets now so well. The market, even if this inverses, it's lower probability because we haven't really generated liquidity like we should yet. So I'm just not going to do anything until we get more generated liquidity. So that's kind of what I want to see, and then maybe like inversion here to go take us up to draw on liquidity. This would be my idea, something like this, because I want to see more LRLR build up, right? Because I don't think this is enough yet. And then when we get something like that, that's when I would take it. I would take this and I would just target this high. And I'd want to see this happen like around the 11 a.m. macro. And then this would be a 2-to-1. So that's kind of what I want to see happen. Patience. Patience is everything. That's really what I've been learning, is patience is everything. It's hard. It's so hard. Because, like, I know, like, I would always used to take this one. And this could work, right? I think this could, like, I don't know, it could work. I'd rather see more liquidity build up. That's just, I don't know. I've just seen so many times where we don't get enough liquidity build up and these first ones fail. And I know, I don't know. I'm just so aware of it now. That like the ones that work are after we've made a whole bunch of trendline liquidity, and then they work. That's what I've been realizing. It's these ones that you want to take, they always fail, and it's like, well, not enough liquidity generated. So this could work. I'm not going to take it. So yeah, 11 a.m. macro. That's probably when I'm looking to take a trade. Just watching. I want to see this generate more liquidity. And then maybe SMT with this low too. That would be kind of cool. See, I do think this, I don't know. I'm not convinced it's ready to go run liquidity yet. Like, if it works, fine. But I like the ones where there's, like, clear, obvious an entire trend line of liquidity. Those ones I hardly see those ones fail. Where there's just an entire trend line and it's just, boom. I hardly see those fail. And so those are the ones I'm trying to take from now on. Either the ones that have the really obvious trend line liquidity, or the ones that are the inversion in 3 candles or 4 candles. Those ones are the really good ones. Either we inverse in 3 candles, 4 candles, or we have really good generated liquidity. Those are the 2 types of trades with inversions that I just know are gonna work. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of all this, actually. Let's keep our chart clean. And basically, we're going to be doing nothing. Patience. Yeah, we still have this SMT. We'll keep it marked. I think we'll generate more liquidity, and then in the 11 a.m. the 10 a.m. or whatever it's called, the 11 a.m. macro, I think that's when we'll get a trade. Now the higher time frame is bullish, so possible idea is like we could just target 2 to 1. I wonder how many contracts. Probably end up buying 3 contracts, targeting 2 to 1, and take 2 off. And since the higher time frame is bullish, we really could just leave a runner for the skies. I mean, we could. I might consider doing that if it's light bulb enough. But yeah, I am waiting for this macro. So the important thing though is I stay on the charts until at least 11:10 every single day. That's the important thing. If I can do that, then I've succeeded in that day. If I stay on the charts from 9:30 until 11:10 Eastern, then I succeeded for the day. So like I said, I don't really care if this inverses because I want to see more buildup of liquidity. So I'm going to go to the bathroom. Alright. Alright, so if this inverse is good for it, I don't care. Macro is not until 11:10. I mean 9:10. 2, I like to see more build up of liquidity. This is just not. It's just not light bulb for me. I want to see a build up. I want to see this become a trend line right now. And then, if we get an inversion in the macro, then I want to take it. So yeah, I did this inverse. Yeah, that's not light bulb at all. And the 5-minute literally didn't even inverse. So yeah, now we've generated another high, which is a good start. I'm loving trades on the 3-minute and the 5-minute the most. What is this, 5-minute for value gap? Right. Oh, you know what? It's a 15-minute for value gap right here. So maybe we rebalance there. Let's just keep this marked out as a 5-minute for value gap. We got equal highs on YM. So this would be nice because we'd basically be getting external sweep and then maybe internal sweep. And then maybe like let's say we got internal sweep right here. Or let's say we swept out this low. Like if we came and we swept out this low again, and then maybe we get SMT or something. Like something like that. And then maybe we'll get inverse for value gap like this. Because now, like, this is what I wanted to see. Remember, I drew this whole thing out. I said I wanted to see us get more trendline liquidity. And look what we got. So I say we're going to stay on the charts. As long as we have this trendline liquidity, we're going to stay on the charts because now it's very, very possible we might be getting a setup. So we're just going to stay on the charts. And yeah. So maybe I should put in my rule book like be done at 11:10, but if there's still a trade obviously going to form, then you could keep waiting for it. But yeah, I'll just have to put that in my rules. But yeah. So it might end up being like SMT with, yeah, we'll see. Okay, we are moving lower now. YM still is left, equal highs. We still have this SMT with YM, but like that's not my favorite SMT in the world. I'd rather see an SMT like this. And then let's get some kind of inversion like this. We've got good liquidity now, so I'm really liking this. Okay, it's getting close to the next macro, so so yeah, I really would just probably want to see this get inversed going into the macro, and then I think we're good. Especially if we get SMT. Okay, we almost got the SMT. We didn't get the SMT, but we're so close. This is still pretty good. I don't know. Like, if we ended up getting an inversion here, this would still be pretty good. Okay. 4 contracts. I'm just getting ready in case. We might have to wait a little bit longer. And I really do want to see SMT. But we are approaching the macro. And I really do want to see this low get taken because this is a 15-minute gap here, and I think we should go down to that 15-minute gap. So I'm not thrilled until we get that. I'm going to be waiting until we get the SMT. It's not bad. I just wanted to see SMT. I'm not going to take it. It's probably going to work. Hey, we saved ourselves. Maybe. Oh no, it might still work actually. As well, one possibility is like, let's say that this isn't convincing enough to us, but we still want to take this trade. We could wait for this one to inverse right here, and then we could enter on this. So this also would work. If since this isn't super obvious to us, we could wait for this one, and then this would be a good trade too. So here we got an internal sweep right here, so we're gonna mark that out. Now, still no SMT. My suspicion was right. You gotta be willing to just say no to trades, cause like that was like, it's just one of those situations where like, I knew we weren't ready to run liquidity. Like, it just seemed like it. But it could still work. I'm just saying. I personally would just not risk my money on it. I want to see us finish this trend line up here. Oh, this is such a good trend line, dude. This could be a really good trade, especially if we get SMT. If we get SMT, patience is everything. So I would really like us to come down and take this low, but yeah, we'll just have to see. If we don't, then fine. We could maybe enter on this, but I'd really like to see us come down, and then we'd get way better RR, right? But we might just get this, and then that would be fine. Macro, we're in the macro right now, so maybe we won't get anything until the Hydra macro. But I say let's stay on the chart since we are generating this trend line here. It just makes sense. So I'm going to put that in my rules later, that if it's obvious we're generating liquidity, you can wait. Like, this is so obvious. So it might not happen till the Hydra macro, which is fine. Still generating liquidity. Man, this is good liquidity. This is really good. So yeah, I'll put in my rules later that if it's like really obvious that we're generating good liquidity, you can wait until max 12. Right? That's what I'm gonna put. And also, we could take this one when this one reinverses. I like that. Okay, where's the inverse for value gap? Because, yeah, I think this would be the move. when this one reinverses. Are we gonna get SMT? Maybe. It's getting to be later in the macro. We have SMT with YM. That might be enough. Okay, this could be enough. We shall just have to see. We will just have to see. I really did want to see us tap that 15-minute for value gap, but I think this is, honestly, if we inverse this is pretty good. We're still in the macro, so. Okay, YM's pushing higher. Okay. If we get really good displacement, that's really what I'm looking for. And then break even here. Yeah, equal highs. Still not obvious. Okay, I'm prepared if it's like really good displacement in the next minute, in the next 3 seconds. Okay. getting to the end of the macro. We still have this SMT. We got a little down close candle prior to it. I'll probably just go break even and then TP all here because this is just such a strong draw on liquidity. I was trying to switch the screen, but I'll do that after if we get it. Okay, hang on. So there's the fair value gap. I know that it closed above, but I've done a ton of back testing, and I know if this gets closed above with displacement again, but this is more obvious just based off of liquidity, we should go higher. Because this is really good trendline liquidity. So here's the little fair value gap. Just really good trendline liquidity. Man, we only got 5 minutes left in the macro, which is not the greatest sign. So maybe I want to see this upper fair value gap get inversed. Honestly, we might need to wait for the next macro. Let's keep being patient and waiting and wait for the next macro. I think it's too late in the macro now. I want to see us run it in the Hydra macro now. Unless it inverses on this candle right here, and it's really obvious. I think we're gonna have to wait till this next Hydra macro. Nothing. If we really want to play it safe, we could go once this gets inversed right here. That might be the move, and then break even here, and then TP here. But then again, we still got all this trend. We got good trendline liquidity lower too, so. Yeah, so maybe we'll get something here. Are we gonna get that SMT that we originally wanted? Okay, SMT right now with this low. It's just the end of the macro is the only thing. I'm not taking this. I honestly want to see us. Okay, we inverse this, right? Did we? No, it's not that obvious. No, we didn't. I want to see us take out these lows one last time. Okay, that the 30-second did just inverse, but then again, I already said I don't like it, so I like this though. Let's see. Like you'll know when it's gonna run because it should just be like really obvious displacement. Like at this point, I really do think it should wait for the next macro, but maybe it won't. Okay, I think this is gonna be good if we get this. All right, prepared. Okay.
Order filled.
Okay, this is how I'm gonna take it. And remember, we had SMT here. Actually, we should probably go break even here. Actually, no, let's go break even here. Hydra macro starting. Okay, once we inverse this, that'll make me a little bit more comfortable. We also have a maybe an SMT with YM. Can't really tell. I think if the Hydra macro ends, then we'd probably want to get out of the trade. But this is like the time limit. I don't really like this trade anymore. I don't like this trade anymore. Ugh. I should not have taken this.
Stop filled.
I should not have taken that. Whatever. We move on to tomorrow. Dang it, dude. I'll see you guys later.